Todopoderoso, derrame sobre nuestra familia y nuestro hogar un bálsamo de paz. Que su Santo Espíritu ingrese en nosotros y se lleve cualquier enfermedad, tristeza, melancolía, rencor y deje su agua viva para que su entusiasmo por la vida se desborde y cumpla todo aquello que nos hemos propuesto. Que el Señor bendiga nuestro entorno, nuestras finanzas, nuestros planes y proyectos. Que nos haga florecer y ser de bendición para quien esté cerca de nosotros. Amén. Señores, muy buenos días. Buenos días para todos el que esté en sintonía a esta hora de la mañana con El Mundo a las 7. Bienvenido una vez más a nuestra programación de hoy, jueves 18 de noviembre del 2021. Le damos de esta manera la bienvenida a todo el que está en sintonía con nosotros a través de WTN, Tel TV Plus y en San Martín, parte francés, a través de MSR. Todo el que está en sintonía en Curazao, en Aruba y en Belice a través de TVCARIB, muy buenos días. Todas las personas que están en sintonía con nosotros en Bonaire, esa bella isla de Bonaire, a través de Dutch Caribbean TV, muy buenos días también. Bienvenidos sean todos. Las personas que están en las redes sociales, gracias por mantener sus actualizaciones con nosotros, como es en San Martín, en Ceiba, en Estesia, en Anguila, en Bat, San Tomás, San Croix, en Kitts, en Vince, en Grenada. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes, para todo el que esté en la isla de Puerto Rico, en la República Dominicana, todas las personas que están en España, en Colombia, en Venezuela, en Estados Unidos, en Canadá, en Francia y en Holanda. Muy buenos días. Quiero dar unos buenos días sumamente especiales a las personas que están en Panamá, a todos los que están en Panamá, que están en sintonía con nosotros, que están en condiciones médicas. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes. Que el Señor sea el que lo cubra con su manto por allá en sus actividades médicas. Señores, gracias por mantener su sintonía con nosotros. Quiero que el señor director me ponga una fotito de una persona que en el día de ayer murió. Es de la comunidad hindú, fue una persona que perteneció a lo que es el Club de Rotario de aquí de San Martín. Ahí está el señor Prasad Dialani. El Mundo a las 7 se une al dolor de la familia y las amistades y todo el que ha estado en lo que es el alrededor del Club Rotario en San Martín. Nos unimos al dolor de los familiares. Que su alma descanse en paz. Así es, señores, estamos ya de vuelta y vamos a iniciar lo que es nuestra programación del día de hoy, recordándole a todas las personas que están en las redes sociales que le den like, que compartan, que etiqueten y que posteen sus banderitas de dónde es su nacionalidad y dónde usted está residiendo actualmente. Vamos a ver de dónde están en sintonía con nosotros. Bueno, ya veo que están poniendo, ahí está, vemos a Yo que está en sintonía con nosotros, poniendo su sticker, igual que Sony Luz, pero también Sony Luz pone buen día mundo a las 7 desde ruso, y pone sus banderitas. Igual San Martín Anunnaki da los buenos días y deseando que todo esté en paz. Reinaldo Adolfo Shredan da los buenos días a Sunshine y Alma Charle también dando los buenos días y las bendiciones. Muchas gracias, Alma Charle, siempre con sus bendiciones. Recordándole a todos que tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-51601, donde usted puede llamar para dar los buenos días, hacer cualquier saludo, cualquier información. Nosotros estamos aquí disponibles. Recuerden que llega un momento donde tenemos que interactuar con ustedes. También ahí está Minerva Maduro posteando sus banderas, dando los buenos días. Carol McKay también dando los buenos días y posteando sus banderas. Alma Charle posteando varias banderas en su corazón, así es. Yesenia Gons dando los buenos días. Alma Charle, Adonis Reyes también dando los buenos días. Ay. Melania Lawrence, como siempre, dando los buenos días, sus bendiciones y posteando sus banderitas. Gracias por mantenerse en sintonía con nosotros. Y Dalisa Sánchez dando también los buenos días y bendiciones. Adelina Richardson, good morning Adelina. Y Dalisa Sánchez también. Ahí estamos viendo hasta banderas de China más. ¿Sí? A la comunidad china también, bienvenido a lo que es nuestra sintonía del mundo a las 7, todo el que esté en sintonía con nosotros. Ahí también está Maguali Parra, ahí, hola, ¿cómo está? Y posteando sus banderas. María la Emperadora dando los buenos días también para todos nosotros y posteando sus banderas. Así es, a Martin Anunnaki, una condolencia sincera para la familia y amistades. Jean-Marie, good morning, ahí está, posteando sus banderitas también. Antonia Richardson dando los buenos días y las bendiciones para todos, posteando banderas. Y Jean-Marie desde Holanda, claro, Jean-Marie, gracias por mantener su sintonía. Recordándole a todos ustedes que le den like, compartan y etiqueten. Ahí está Dalgisa Simón, buenos días, bendiciones y feliz jueves. Verónica Yocasta, Osuna desde Curazao en sintonía con nosotros. Wow, Yocasta, bienvenida a nuestra programación de todos los días. También tenemos a Ramona Rodríguez, buenos días, bendiciones. A Yoleni Brito, la comadre, buenos días, bendiciones desde St. Peter, gracias. Descuida, San Martín Anunnaki, descuida, que ya llegó la persona indicada para eso. Esther Pisa, muy buenos días para usted. Bienvenido, señor Herbert Martina.
A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. And St. Martin Anunnaki is like he can't wait. English, it's on its way. I do apologize for the heavy traffic in the jungle of Middle region. This is crazy. Yes, but hey, these are the things that happen in live TV. We do want to appreciate the fact that you are here with us. We have a great show for you this morning. Greeting everyone around the world, those of you who are watching us on various cable networks throughout the world. And we're even seeing that we're being watched in Grenada, Belize, places that we normally wouldn't be seen. So you, the viewing audience, are doing a very good job with sharing, liking, and tagging friends. All right, and continue to do so. Who would have known that I have a friend in... Anyway, I'm not going to say that I have a friend. Yeah, I have many friends, all right? But it is interesting to see that you do tag and like this program. And I'm even hearing, Brenda, that people are rewatching and revisiting the program in the still hours, when there is no hustle and bustle. They come back home, they're just chilling. Ya tú sabes, chilling, all right? So that's what we do. Come on.
Quiero darle los buenos días a Evita Epapunten, que acaba de actualizarse, al igual que Belio Noesí y Antonio Richardson. Buenos días para ustedes. Recuerden darle like, compartir, etiquetear y postear. Y good morning Nadine Suari, igual que Janet Richardson desde Holanda, que están en sintonía con nosotros.
Nadine, are you still in Curacao? Let me know.
Yo creo que sí. Ella había posteado que estaba en Curazao.
Yeah, she was there yesterday. I don't know if she's there today again.
Quizá ya haya regresado.
Yeah. And of course, St. Martin Anunnaki said, continue the potholes yesterday from home to work. 9 kilometers and 89 potholes. Wonder why there is traffic. Besides potholes, we're hearing a lot of news surrounding those potholes and fixing of Front Street, and I think we have some news as well concerning that. So we'll give you the updates and give you more as the
Mira,
time
Nadine
continues.
Suárez te contesta que sí, ya regresó.
Douche Corsão, Nadine, really douche Corsão. All right. Should we give the headlines for this morning's news, Brenda?
Vamos a iniciar con los titulares de las informaciones que le tenemos en la mañana de hoy. Y tenemos 2 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
2 confirmed COVID-19 cases today, and this comes from St. Martin Island Times.
Seguimos con la información de que Franz Richardson está decepcionado e indignado por declaraciones engañosas y bloqueo del interrogatorio de sospechosos. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
Excuse me. France disappointed, outraged over misleading statements, blocking of suspect, questioning by St. Martin Island Times. I'd like to read this story. For some reason, Franz Richardson is resurfacing again, and I would like to know what's up.
Continuamos con la líder de la facción del Partido para el Progreso, el miembro del Parlamento Melissa Gomes, cuestiona a Samuel sobre políticas de financiamiento del estudio y la lista de prioridades. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
Whoa. MP Gomes questions Samuel on study financing policies, priority list. This story comes from St. Martin Island Times. I think this is going to be a juicy one.
Continuamos con San Dominic High School, es ganadora de la competencia de debate interescolar. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
Pleased to know the St. Dominic High School winner of interscholastic debate competition. This comes from the Daily Herald. Why I'm so elated about the St. Dominic High School? That's where we operate from a canteen, okay, my mom. So it's just elated to see the students coming to buy food and knowing that we have provide them with great meals in order for them to, do some damage on the debate field.
También tenemos que el Consejo solicita una encuesta para armonizar la política y las regulaciones de drogas blandas. Esto es en nuestra hermana isla de Ceiba. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
Now we have some news coming out from Ceiba. Council requests survey to harmonize soft drugs policy and regulations. This comes from the Daily Herald. We're going to read what this is all about and see what this means for the Dutch-speaking Caribbean country.
También tenemos que Guinea gana el premio regional de aerolínea a la mejor aerolínea del Caribe 2021. Esto es fuente de su Liga Newsday.
I'm proud to announce that Winair wins Regional Airline Award for Best Caribbean Airline 2021.
Whoa.
This comes in the light of a lot of other airlines not functional, not passing the air flight safety regulations properly, despite of rumors of closing down. All of that, Winair has rose to the cream of the crop, and we're elated. It's our own.
Sabes que después de la pandemia, Guinea suspendió los vuelos hacia la República Dominicana y no ha vuelto a activarlo nuevamente.
Yeah.
Se extraña esa línea, se extraña.
Yeah. Not only did they stop after the pandemic to service the Dominican Republic, but they also had some challenges, whereas the pilots took a huge cut in their pay and the staff on a whole. Mm-hmm. So we're going to read what this is all about and see what we can decipher from this. But in the meantime, please do like, love, and share this program, as I've mentioned before.
Bueno, vamos a iniciar ya con lo que es el desarrollo de las informaciones que tenemos en la mañana de hoy. Iniciamos con 2 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times. Al 17 de noviembre, 2 personas dieron positivo por COVID-19. Sin embargo, una persona se ha recuperado, elevando el total de casos activos a 37. El número total de casos confirmados es ahora de 4.548. Los servicios de prevención colectivas, con sus siglas CPS, están monitoreando a 36 personas en aislamiento domiciliario. Un paciente permanece hospitalizado en San Martin Medical Center. El número total de muertes por COVID-19 permanece en 75. El número de personas recuperadas desde que surgió el primer caso en San Martín ha aumentado a 4.436. 17 personas están en cuarentena según las investigaciones de rastreos de contactos realizadas por el CPS. El número total de personas examinadas es de 66.320. A medida que los números continúen fluctuando, el CPS continuará ejecutando activamente sus medidas de rastreos de contactos. Recuerde que es fundamental que las personas se presenten para realizarse la prueba. Si el CPS le ha informado que debe aislarlo o ponerlo en cuarentena, siga las pautas y hágalo.
All right. I was reading some of the comments. However, it is COVID numbers. As of November 17th, there were 2 persons who tested positive for COVID-19. However, 1 person has recovered, bringing the total active cases to 37. The total number of confirmed cases is now 4,448. As the numbers continue to fluctuate, CPS will continue to actively execute its contact tracing measures. Remember that it is critical for persons to come forward for testing. If you have been informed by CPS to isolate or quarantine, please adhere to the guidelines and do so. I would have liked to see in this report, if you don't do so, then these are the consequences that follow. Mm-hmm. But they just left it there, and it's an open-ended, request. I would also like to say about this, I received a message yesterday that our COVID numbers again are going up, and whereas gasoline prices are going down. And
Pero el gasoil subió?
Yes, diesel did go up. And I'm thinking to myself, what does one have to do with the other? I really don't. You know, sometimes people send these messages as if, oh, look, the COVID numbers going up again and gasoline going down. There's everything about the conspiracy. I'm just sick of it, ladies and gentlemen. So I just wanted to point that out, because I'm like, are you really serious? You know, are you really serious sending me these kind of messages? Anyway, as I said, CPS wants people to isolate or quarantine if you've been informed that you...
Sí, recuerda que esto fue también porque en tiempos pasados estaban poniendo el porcentaje en cuarentena y los jefes de los trabajos estaban solicitando que vinieran a trabajar, pero la persona estaba en cuarentena. Entonces no querían respetar la cuarentena que se les imponía.
Yes, but don't you think that they should say, all right, remain in isolation, else something is going to happen, you're going to get a boot, or we're going to come looking for you. What is the consequence? Because it is still a serious offense.
Bueno,
you understand?
Yo entiendo.
So this happened a few months ago, and up to now, there is still no consequence should anything happen. Well, that's what I think about it right now. All right. Next up, France disappointed outrage over misleading statements.
Así es, el ex miembro del Parlamento, Franz Richardson, está decepcionado e indignado por declaraciones engañosas y el bloqueo del interrogatorio a sospechosos. Esto es fuente de San Martín Island Times. El ex miembro del Parlamento, Franz Richardson, dijo el miércoles que está decepcionado con el sistema de justicia e indignado por las declaraciones engañosas y las tácticas tortuosas que se utilizan para condenar a personas en un tribunal de justicia y en el tribunal de la opinión pública. Richardson, quien fue sentenciado en el juzgado de primera instancia en Marte a 12 meses y pago de productos delictivos, expresó que el veredicto no fue una sorpresa total, considerando que el mismo juez que lo condenó en el caso Esmeralda presidió Aguamarina. Su mente estaba coloreada, por lo que tener una visión diferente de mí era casi nula, expresó Richardson, y agregó que esto no hace que el veredicto sea menos decepcionante. La indignación que siente proviene del hecho de que su abogado no tuvo la oportunidad de interrogar a los otros sospechosos en el caso como parte de su defensa. Estas personas, se explicó, que todavía son sospechosos en el caso. Todavía son sospechosos en el caso más grande, que es el Agua Marina 1. Como tales, han invocado su derecho a permanecer en silencio hasta que se juzgue ese caso. Así que ese caso relacionado aún no ha sido llamado, pero se ha dictado una sentencia en mi contra antes de que mi defensa haya tenido la oportunidad de interrogar a otros sospechosos. La forma en que los fiscales utilizan el sistema de justicia en este país es injusta y abusiva. ¿Cómo se puede llamar a este juicio justo cuando mi defensa no interroga a testigos claves porque están reservados para otro caso? Preguntó Richardson.
Former Member of Parliament Franz Richardson on Wednesday said he is disappointed in the justice system and outraged at the misleading statements and devious tactics that are used to convict persons in a court of law and in the court of public opinion. Richardson, who was sentenced in the court of first instance on Tuesday to 12 months and payment of criminal proceeds, said the verdict did not come as a complete surprise, considering the same judge who convicted him in the Emerald case presided over this Aqua Marina 2 case. His mind was colored, so having a different view of me was slim to none, Richardson said, adding that this doesn't make the verdict any less disappointing. The outrage he feels comes from the fact that his attorney did not have the opportunity to cross-examine the other suspects in the case as part of his defense. These persons, it was explained, are still suspects in a bigger Aquamarine 1 case. As such, they have invoked their rights to remain silent until the case is tried. So that connected case has not been called as yet, but a sentence has been passed against me before my defense has gotten the opportunity to question these suspects. The way the justice system is used in this country by the prosecutors is unfair and abusive. How can this be called a fair trial when key witnesses are not questioned by defense because they are being reserved for another case? Richardson asked. Wow.
Es una realidad viéndolo desde ese punto. Si él tiene sospechosos, personas que pueden salir a la defensa, ¿por qué no interrogarlo para dar un veredicto definitivo?
Yeah. Or at least what she's saying is that he have a great point that how is it that a sentence is being passed without key witnesses, and even if it's for a bigger picture or a bigger case, then shouldn't the sentence be put after both cases is tried? So then the defense can have some sort of satisfaction that they have cross-examined. Now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go out on a limb again. All right.
Para el 28 su partido tiene lo que es un consenso.
Yes. It's a Congress, the 28. However, I don't think that one have to do with the next, because Francis clearly put he clearly established himself as I'm not going to run, and put somewhat of a distance to the party, which is a good thing for the party. However, I'm talking about the justice system. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, of course, France, who feels the brunt of it, he can make this press release, okay? But to the layman or the common man, you and I, Dennis, that we don't have problems or brush with the laws. We would just see this case as, okay, that's what's going on. However, I think we should pay special attention to this. Why? Because again, you never know when you might have some kind of confrontation. Imagine if this happens to you, Brenda, that you're tried for something, and because there's another case and a witness reserved their rights to be silent in order to be witness to another case, I think that is full out discriminatory.
Sí.
I think it's prejudicial.
Yo pienso que sí, porque que no se está tratando los mismos casos. Si son testigos en otros casos, bueno, ellos tienen otro argumento para ese caso, pero para mi caso, ellos deben de hablar respecto a mi caso.
So what I'm seeing here is that I think that they're giving, not preferential treatment, but they're giving more attention to the other case where they say, you know something, Francis' case is sealed, signed, and guilty, you know, and stuff. So I just think that's how it is. But I would like to hear some other opinion on this, and I am open to all other opinion. Okay, I don't have what you call extensive studies in a legal background, but I do have somewhat of a basic knowledge of the legalities.
Ok, por eso tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio para que la persona que quiera opinar sobre las informaciones que nosotros tenemos, le estamos dando, puedan hacerlo, o sea, con un comentario a través de las redes sociales, o sea, a nuestro teléfono de estudio.
Yeah, all right. Let's read some of the comments. Prince, that is the most weirdest news. When a cat guards the milk, we would definitely need more liquidity tranches, adding to the mammoth public debt of 1.4 billion. Yes, B, as in Plan B. No, it's not vaccine. Is prevention-based, the pill you take after you catch the virus. Big difference. Okay, that's concerning the visor. Good morning, my family. Good morning, Soliga K9. Entonces, policía y detective de Holanda son mentirosos. Sunila, you've never seen a police that lied?
No.
I think they have police that lie all over the place.
Es algo común.
That's normal. The verdict should lead to full acquittal. Well, if that's the case, I think that, you know, based on that, they can move to acquittal. Remain silent in a trial. They can speak against you, but cannot be cross-examined. Yeah. What the F these people testify against? But I can cross-examine. That isn't justice. That's not possible. Prince, Jean-Marie said. Jean-Marie, I want to pick your brain a bit, okay? A case is never filled without proof and or evidence. The courts have decided. If one does not like it, they can appeal. They can also be held as in contempt of court. I would keep quiet in this case if I want to appeal the case. I must have the opportunity to defend myself against all accusations. Wasted tax slave money on police, kingdom detective time, and corruption again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like a lot of people chiming in on this piece of news. Franz Richardson has risen again. We will come back and have more news, updates, and of course, more of everything. My name is Herbert Martina. Stay tuned.
Así es, vamos a una pausa comercial. En unos momenticos estaremos de vuelta con ustedes, saludando a todas las personas que tenemos en las redes sociales y leyendo algunos comentarios, así que no se muevan.
When you're in St. Martin, visit the Boardwalk, where you will find the Shell. With its beautiful terrace overlooking the ocean, their vegan specials, delicious mahi-mahi filet with rum-glazed shrimps just for you. Tasty. You can also visit Dirty Sanchez and order a cocktail from their cocktail menu, like the famous mojito made with love. Delicious. And if you're wearing a bikini, you can also get a second mojito for free. Beach chairs are also available. You'll find it all at the Boardwalk.
Ladies and gentlemen, very short commercial break, but we're here and ready to serve you with the morning news. Different comments from our live Facebook feed, and of course, comments from the Spanish-speaking community as well as English-speaking community. So we're here.
Señores, bienvenidos a nuestra segunda entrega del mundo a las 7. Gracias por mantenerse en sintonía con nosotros. Donde quiera que usted se encuentre, recuerde darle like, compartir, etiquetear y postear sus banderas de dónde es su nacionalidad y dónde está residiendo. También tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-5601 que usted puede llamarnos tanto directo como vía WhatsApp.
All right. This topic we can discuss in extra time, Brenda. So we're going in extra time to discuss this topic. Are we ready? Yeah?
No, Prince, hoy no me comprometo con el extra time.
Oh my God.
Lo digo públicamente porque Prince me acusa mucho. Hoy directamente yo no puedo participar en el extra
So,
time.
ladies and gentlemen, this is a living proof that every time we don't have extra time, that's because Brenda cannot make it in extra time. So, thank you so much for admitting it. Our public
No.
Thank you
No,
so much.
no.
All right,
Prince.
we have other piece of news, which is MP Gump's question Samuel
Sí, pero
on
Prince.
study financing policies priority list. Okay, and this story comes from the St. Martin Island Times. Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you.
Ok, pero antes de pasar a esta información que nosotros tenemos, recuerden, todo el tiempo, quiero aclarar esto públicamente porque Prince me mete al medio. No es que las veces que no hacemos extra time, no es porque yo no puedo. Hoy lo estoy diciendo yo públicamente, no puedo participar, pero los demás días es porque Prince no puede.
No.
Pero vamos a saludar a las personas que tenemos con nosotros en las redes sociales. Prince, chequea a ver quién tenemos.
Okay, we have a lot of people who are here with us. We have Esterida Hashem, who is from Aruba, but basically have a heart in the Dominican Republic and lives
St.
here
Martin.
at St. Martin. Esther Duran Casimir, Dominica Passe, Adelisa Simon, and Brian Baker. Nadine Suarez, who is enjoying the rain in Curacao right now. Maureen Peterson, have a while I haven't seen you, Maureen. Minerva Maduro, who has her picture plastered on the Koiman Facebook page for 15 years. Karen Richardson, St. Martin Anunnaki. Yo-Yo, Janetta Richardson, who's I think also in Curacao. Nancy Ramirez, Melissa Aranda. How you doing, Melissa? You all right? Yeah. Melanie V. Feliz and Feliz. All right. Saint Dory and Musker Cliff. I like that
Desde
name.
Curazao también en sintonía con nosotros, Musker Cliff.
All right. I like that name, Musker. And Desmond Clovey. Is he from Grenada? Yeah.
Sí.
That's the Spice Island, if I'm not mistaken. Suni Law, David Beltre, Dorette DeWay, Annie Romley, Alma Charles, Evita Ava Buntin, Adelina Richardson, Melania Lawrence, Yuleni Halibrito, who tu comadre,
Así es, mi
viviendo
comadre.
en San Peters, Maria la Emperadora.
Vive en la jungla también.
Wait, she lives in the jungle of the region?
Sí.
Wow, Maria. Have I seen you, Maria? I don't know. Anyway, we have another Maria who is so popular in the Dominican-speaking community, the name Maria. Maria Rumu, Antonia Richardson, and now we have Antonio Mendez, Junior Henderson, Carol McKay. All of you who are here with us. We're just elated and we just love the fact that you're here with
Así es,
us.
le damos los buenos días también a Florisca Larrock, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Janeta Richardson, que está desde Holanda, Evelio Noesti también, que está en sintonía con nosotros, a Paulina Alejandro también, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Melania Lawrence, Emilia Berboda, que está en sintonía. Un beso para usted, mi doña. La he votado, pero voy a tener que pasar por allá en unos días de esto. Pero gracias por estar todos en sintonía con lo que es el mundo a las 7.
All right. We see Semar Anunnakis asking K9, who is the guest this Saturday for Off the Cuff show? I think it's Jimmy Challenger. I see them advertising
Sí.
that. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great show with this guy. Down to earth. Great personality. So please stay tuned. 11 o'clock Off the Cuff. Solika K9 and Praveen, we're going to be watching. We're going to be keenly and watching what's going on. Esterida Hashim is saying, not true, Prince. It is you that is always so tired to do extra time. Excuse me.
Puedes hablar todo lo que tú quieras,
not.
puedes hablar todo lo que quieras, pero el público está consciente de quién es que falta por los extra time aquí en
Alma
este
Child said, "Stop it, Prince. This is the first time I heard Brenda said she can." Wow, Brenda, you have these people thinking you're an angel. All right?
Wow.
All right. Okay. Evelio Nusi is,
No es sí.
that's what I said, Noisy, all right, is giving a hard clap. And Janetta Richardson is correcting me and saying, no, I'm Inna de Halon with her flag. Inna de Halon. All right. Floresca Larocque, morning, my beautiful couple. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. The one time Brenda can't, Prince, you're wrong. Come on. So you two, A2 brute, A2 brute, all right, comes from this famous Shakespearean play, Caesar. Hola, and muy buenos días. Dios los bendiga siempre.
Oh, Gladys Sánchez, que tenía días que no se actualizaba con nosotros, Gladys.
Yeah.
Gracias.
And we have Suni Law, who is always chiming in. Gladys. ¿Dónde está mi cosa, Gladys? All right.
Especifica, Prince.
¿Qué?
La arepa, Prince.
Yeah, but
La arepa.
that's what I mean. So if someone say, hey, where's my thing?
Ay, Dios, mira uno de los mensajes que yo extrañaba, que dice, buenos días, Brenda, y tu compañero, que Dios los bendiga, los siga bendiciendo. Gracias, igual para usted, señor José.
José, hace mucho tiempo.
Tú me lo espantaste.
Ay, ¿por qué?
Ay, no, después que yo me fui de vacaciones.
Exactly. Tú fuiste a vacaciones.
Que no fueron vacaciones en realidad.
Oh, no. Okay. But you went on vacation. He didn't have a need to send any,
Bueno, pero sí se motiva cuando yo estoy aquí.
Oh, definitely. Okay. Twisting and bending man, CPU. Okay. The banker. Yes, it is the banker. A great candidate. Don't trip, Prince. I'm from Curaçao, but my heart is in St. Martin. Okay, Janetta. Excuse me. I understand that. Plain and simple. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to continue with our morning news and tell you what's up. We have right now MP Gum's question, Samuel, on study financing policies priority list. This story is taken from the St. Martin Island Time and comes from the Party for Progress.
Así es, tenemos que la líder de la facción del Partido para el Progreso, la MP Gomes, cuestiona a Samuel sobre políticas de financiamiento del estudio y la lista de prioridades. Eso es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
Party for Progress faction leader and member of Parliament MP Melissa Gomes posed several questions about the government study financing system in a letter to Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports, Rudolph Samuel, on Monday, November 15, 2021. Education, both formal and informal, is crucial for our development as a young country. This makes it extremely important to have a streamlined system to transition our students from secondary to tertiary education. Unfortunately, this does not seem to be the case, said MP Gomes. One aspect of our educational system that is consistently under discussion is the ambiguous nature of study financing and its priority list. Whether students have traveled to the United States, the Netherlands, or elsewhere, once they have handled the application process through the Division of Study Financing, they are subject to often vague and poorly communicated policies that impact their ability to begin or even complete their degrees. MP Gum asked Minister Samuel if the policies of the Division of Study Financing have been updated to fit the realities faced by the current generation of St. Martin students. Additionally, she requested the minister to submit copies of all the division's most recent policies to Parliament. MP Gums also wants to know the average duration that the division takes to process study financing requests for continuing education, such as students transitioning from a bachelor's program to a master's program. In essence, how long does it take for a student to actually receive the funds? Is it 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 6 months? This time frame is important for planning purposes, bearing in mind that most institutions require payment before registration and or graduation, she noted. the PFP faction leader, ended her letter with questions about the study financing priority list, which is used as a guideline to approve or reject study financing requests. MP Gums wants to know how the division goes about creating the priority list, how it ensures that the list matches the needs of the country labor force, and how does the division help students stand a better chance of gaining employment in their chosen fields upon returning home. This is a very straightforward question or a letter to the Minister of Finance or the Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports. It regards study financing. It doesn't only speak of the priority list, in which, every country have a list, or should I say, when you're going to do your tertiary education, and you say, hey, this is what our country needs, all right? I can tell you for one, our country needs public prosecutors, because all of them are Dutch, okay? Our country need lawyers, more lawyers, yes, because we see a lot of Dutch, Surinamese lawyers, okay? Our country need, engineers. Our country need people to work in the medical system, doctors. But don't think that only that. Our country need more teachers. All of those things should be on a priority list, okay? And the list can go on and on because our country needs a lot.
¿Cuál es la carrera que más es solicitada por los estudiantes?
Well, that's the thing. Those are the questions that we need to know as the general public as well. What are the most, the most needed careers, in what field? Then the minister can open that. And when students say, listen, this is what I would like to do. Because there's a lot of students who just don't know what they want to be at that level. And maybe we can convince them and say, listen, why don't you try in public education? Why don't you try, based on your grades, based on what you've done so far, based on being in the JCs, based on public service and stuff, why don't you take a career in this? All right? And then feel it out.
Yo pienso que hay que hacer un programa para cuando el joven inicie lo que es el high school, ya vaya definiéndose cuál carrera va a estudiar, pero esto las escuelas deben de tener una programación de cada carrera, exactamente qué se necesita en la isla para motivar al estudiante a que se incline por una de esas carreras.
Yes. What I do know in, let's say in the academy, when you're in fourth form, or I think, in fourth form, then you differentiate whether you want to do the science package or the business package. And then from there, it goes on, and then you say, you know what, I was in the science section or division, and then you go and you look for something that have to do with science. Okay, that's how it's done. However, I think that this is an important thing. Why? Because this is part of nation building. We see that these are some hard-hitting questions, and not only on, how is it going, but also she questioned about, when someone is transitioning from a master's degree, so you finish your bachelor degree and you're going to master degree, how do you apply? How is this process done? And is the money placed directly on the account so that you could pay the schools? What is basically going on? Have this been revamped since God knows when? Because I'm telling you, the priority list should be revamped, in my opinion, every 5 years. Because technology is changing. It's changing. So it should be that we have some sort of people looking into this, and as you say, from even in the high schools, grooming people and say, listen, in 7 years, we would need, let's say, people to go into the field of biochemistry. We would need a neurosurgeon. Our hospital is building now. is there a plan with the hospital and said, listen, we want a neurosurgeon here on St. Martin? Okay? So what we'll do is we'll build this hospital according to those plans and specificities, because to do neurosurgery, it's different than to do some other operation, okay? Intricate devices and stuff. And the place needs to be set up differently. How is it that if that is done, then we say, hey, we're building a new hospital. We need this, we need that, we need that. These kind of, this is where planning is in place. The planners of the hospital, the health system, and the minister needs to sit with the education department and say, listen, we have a hospital. Of course, to study neurosurgery, it doesn't take 4 years. It takes much more than 4 years. However, let us come up with a plan that eventually our neurosurgeon can come from St. Martin. You see where I'm getting at? And then we set up a plan from there.
Por eso te dije que deben de hacer una programación desde que el estudiante entre al high school, pase al high school, para que vaya definiendo si vaya optando por una de esas necesidades que se necesitan aquí, que tienen de prioridad aquí en San Martín.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to read some of these comments. I'm more language oriented than most people. No, that's right. Country needs with an election annually or biannually. Okay, were we not asked to eat crackers if we don't have bread? When a leader says that, what does it signify? Do with what you have. Ridiculous. Is not what PhD or master is, who you know. Politics. Study financing does bring out a list every year with the most needed. What would that serve? Same people get voted in. We should change our mindset also. But I noticed lately a lot of students choose business management and marketing, serving who hungry now to sell vote. Okay, I guess no one is chiming in on this specific topic. Let me just say, Esterida, yes, a list comes out every year, but on that list, when did you ever see changes, or what drastic changes have you seen in the past 5 years? Is it that it's a copy-paste list? Because anybody can bring out the list, just like our budget. We can bring out the budget every time, and it will be on time. But to bring out a good budget that reflects the times of our country, that's what we're talking about, okay?
Bueno, con esto pasamos a lo que es nuestra siguiente información, y es que St. Dominic High School es el ganador de la competencia de debate interescolar. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
St. Dominic High School, winner of interscholastic competition debate on Saturday, organized by the St. Martin Youth Parliament at the Phillipsburg Community and Cultural Center. In a tightly contest debate, St. Dominic High School edged out two-time champ St. Martin Academy by a mere 15 points to claim their first championship of the third AIDC. The finals moot was a controversial one. Some students received preferential treatment in school because of their race, with a team from St. Martin Academy in proposition, while St. Dominic provided the counter-arguments. The arguments kept the audience on the edge of their seats, as some speaker truly engaged the audience with their wordplay. The best speaker of the evening was Sabia Nanton of the St. Martin Academy. The overall Best Speaker Award for the 2021 ADC went to Janae Williams of the Milton Peters College. The St. Martin Youth Parliament extends congratulations and appreciations to all the participating schools: Milton Peters College, Learning Unlimited Preparatory School, Sundial School, St. Martin Academy, and St. Dominic High for making this year's competition a success. Special thanks to the team of judges for their assistance. St. Martin Youth Parliament, in its request to enhance the critical thinking skills of the youth of St. Martin, look forward to the participation of more secondary schools in next year's competition. The AIDC is held each year between October and November as part of the Youth Parliament's commemoration of the Convention on the Rights of the child.
Así es, el equipo de debate de St. Dominic High School fue nombrado campeón de la competencia anual de debate interescolar con sus siglas AIDC este sábado, que fue organizada por el Parlamento Juvenil en San Martín, en el Centro Comunitario y Cultural de Phillipsburg. En su debate muy reñido, St. Dominic High School superó a los 2 veces campeones San Martin Academy por solo 15 puntos para reclamar su primer campeonato del tercer AIDC. El debate final fue controvertido. Algunos estudiantes reciben un trato preferencial en la escuela debido a su raza, con el equipo de la Academia de San Martin Academy en propuesta, mientras que St. Dominic proporcionó los argumentos en contra. Los argumentos mantuvieron a la audiencia al borde de sus asientos, ya que algunos oradores realmente involucraron a la audiencia con sus juegos de palabra. El mejor orador de la noche fue Xavier Nathan de St. Martin Academy, y el premio al mejor orador general para el AIDC 2021 fue para Janet Williams de Middle Peters College. El Parlamento de la Juventud de San Martín extiende sus felicitaciones y agradecimiento a todas las escuelas participantes, como es Milton Peters College, Learning Online Preparatory School, Sunday Secondary, San Martin Academy y St. Dominic High, por hacer que la competencia de este año fuera un éxito. Un agradecimiento especial al equipo de jueces por su ayuda. El Parlamento de la Juventud de San Martín, en su búsqueda por mejorar las habilidades de pensamiento crítico de los jóvenes de San Martín, espera la participación de más escuelas secundarias en la competencia del próximo año. El AIDC se lleva a cabo todos los años entre octubre y noviembre como parte de la conmemoración de la Convención sobre los Derechos del Niño por parte del Parlamento de la Juventud.
Yeah. Let's go to the next news. Congratulations to St. Dominic High.
Así es, continuamos con el Consejo. Esto es una información desde SEBA.
Yeah.
El Consejo solicita una encuesta para armonizar la política y las regulaciones de drogas. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
The Sable Island Council sent a letter to the Ministry of Justice and Security, Gen V, in The Hague last week to request a survey in the Caribbean Netherlands to harmonize the soft drugs policy and regulations so they are in line with the rest of the Netherlands. The Opium Act, Best, Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba is an old law that dates back to the 1960s and was never modernized, not even after Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba became part of the Netherlands in 2010. This outdated law forms the basis of several prosecution and criminal guidelines and result in considerably higher penalties for soft drugs on the three islands compared to the Netherlands. Contrary to the Netherlands, the law and the associated guidelines applicable to the Caribbean Netherlands leave no room for tolerance policy with regard to the cultivation and sale of hemp and weed. Assuming the policies, laws, and regulations would be similar to those in the Netherlands after becoming a part of the Netherlands in 2010, including relaxed policies and regulations with regard to hemp and weed. Sabre residents started to grow hemp plants at home. According to the letter sent to the Gen V ministry, this has created strange situations whereby hemp plants were confiscated and people were prosecuted, while people thought that being part of the Netherlands meant that growing hemp and weed was tolerated. Opinions seem to be divided in our community. Some residents are in favor of a policy of tolerance or even legislation or hemp and weed, while others are not. Our request to you is that your ministry conduct an exploration into the possibility of achieving a further harmonization of the soft drugs policy and regulations between the Caribbean Netherlands and the rest of the Netherlands. We understand that the same has been discussed with Bonaire and St. Eustatius and that similarly feeling and sound are circulated in their communities too. It was stated in the letter. The Island Council asked for the survey to have 3 parts: roundtable discussion with the community, meet with the Island Councils of Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba, and interview stakeholders such as police, prosecutor's office, members of the island government, cabinet, and healthcare entities. The Island Council suggests keeping the survey on a small scale, considering the limited size of the islands. The letter to the ministry was approved during the meetings of Saba Island Council last Wednesday. This is a very straightforward. I thought that this would have been done a long time ago, because it has been 11 years now since these countries has turned into the best countries, and you can see the drug use and drug cultivation and policies such as soft drugs policies is a sensitive issue and one that a lot of people deem important. So I would think that this would have been in the front burner a couple of years ago. However, this is not the case. It is never too late. And just like Holland, there's some people who think that this thing should be reversed, the soft drug policy. So we'll see what becomes of this, and of course we will give you
Bueno, con esta información vamos a pasar a nuestro segmento de cumpleañeros, señor director. Ay, ahí está, cumpliendo un año más, exactamente sus 40 años, el presidente de la Fundación del Desarrollo del Carnaval de San Martín, Alston Lauren. Felicidades, muchas bendiciones. Y ahí está una fiel televidente de nosotros, Antonia Richardson, que está cumpliendo un año más. Mi amor, bendiciones para ti, muchas felicidades, que cumplan muchos, muchos años más. Y ahí está un gran hombre, un caballero de aquí, dominicano, que residió muchos años aquí en la isla de San Martín, Máximo Castro, que está cumpliendo un año más de vida. Así que muchas bendiciones y mucha salud para usted, igual para todo el que está festejando un evento en el día de hoy.
I want to say to Maximo, happy birthday, to Antonia, happy birthday, and of course to Alison Lawrence, all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, check us out tomorrow, same time, same place, as we come with you with more news, more updates, and really, really much more. My name is Herbert Martina. Peace out.
Así es, mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Allen. Lo invitamos a que mañana estén con nosotros nuevamente en nuestra programación normal. Que tengan feliz resto del día.